Hey there, hi there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to yet another In the Pocket Bowling event. We're doing the PBA Top 50 Men's Bowlers. So we had a tournament, 25 matchups against each other. You win your match you're in, and then their second best second place finish. Seven second best finishes. Last video we saw Patrick Allen lose by 5 to Foss, but because of the 5-point rule, they had a rematch and Allen beat Foss. Second, Earl Anthony shocked by Husted by 54 points. Parker Bowen shocked by Kent by 19. And Ross beating Don Carter by 34 as a hiccup. Our first matchup in this video, we'll see Marshall Holman versus Jason Couch. Holman at 219 average, Couch at 221 legend. And left. Holman looking at the scores. If he scores a 6, like a 3-2-1, he will get a strike. Other than 10 to 15, everyone does. Couch, same thing. So here we go. Holman goes first. He'll throw 5-6-5. That would be a 16. But that's too high. They're going to be giving you an 8 spare. Couch throws a 1-3-2. That is a strike. 6 points. That is a strike because if it was a 4-1-1, that's a spare. I mean, that's a open frame. Couch throws a 2-4-4. That's 10. That's enough for another strike. Holman throws a 2-5-5. That would be back 2 frames, but that technically isn't. So he will have to get himself an 8-1. On 3, he throws a 1-2-2, another 5. That's a brutal one. If it was a 3-1-1, that would be a spare, but it's a flush. Couch has a 1-3-6, so he's got 10. That's a strike. Couch throws a 6-5-1. That's 12. That's a strike. Holman throws a 4-2-5. There's a strike. On 5, he throws a 5-6-3. That's 14. That's a strike. Couch throws a 2-6-3. That's perfect. He's got stuff to do. Couch throws a 2-2-3. The momentum slips. Holman throws a 2-4-6. That's a strike. 8, 10, 12. 7. He throws a 5-1-6. That's a strike. He's only 4 points behind. Couch. Triple twos. That's a 7 spare. Go nuts, Redditch. On 8, he throws a 3-6-5. There's a strike. He needed back. Holman throws a 2-5-4. That's 11. That's another strike. You might catch him. Throws a 3-5-2. That's a strike. Oh my gosh, he might catch him. Couch throws a 2-4-6. Now both have double strikes without the score. So Holman will have to go first. He throws a 3-4-4. That's a strike. Second ball, he throws a 4-5-5. That's a strike. Can he end it with a strike? Oh my gosh, he throws a 9. He was on his way to 9 straight strike. 9 straight strikes. He puts up 245. Is that open frame on 3? Terrible. Couch throws a 6-4-3. That's a strike. Second ball is a 4-5-3. That's a strike. Well, he wins 20 points. And he throws a turkey 264. Not bad. Good game. Holman 245. I think if he had a spare, he probably would have made it close, but Couch wins by 19. I kind of had a feeling. So Jason Couch throws a 264. Holman did good at 245, despite that hiccup. Well, strikes from 4 to 10 worked out, but Couch survives that, well, 5 straight strikes to start and then 5 straight strikes to end. So he bookends with 5 strikes, 264 to 245. Holman tried his best. Okay, next we got ourselves H. Smith, Burden, Berardi, Baker. Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure. Mika. There's Koivu Nini. Huh. Name is Seka Koivu and Antiniemi. So Koivu against Sultar. If I can find him. Where is Sultar? I can't. Wait, I can't find him. Where's Sultar? There he is, Dave Sultar. So Dave Sultar will face Koivu Niemi. Next match, 212 for Sultar. Mika's a 220. But anything can happen. Here's Sultar's first ball. Well, Sultar, the only number of strikes is 10 to 15. Mika, if he throws a 2-2-1 for a 5, that's a strike. Or 3 of a kind, that's a strike. Sultar Throws a 3-2-2 right off the bat and only gets 7 pins, but he gets a spare. Mika throws a 3-1-5. That's 9 for a spare. On 2, he throws 1-2-1. Terrible. Out of pocket chart gives him a 9, and he misses the shot. Soltar throws a 5-6. That's a spare. That's the 7 spare. Pair of sixes back one frame. Soltar throws a 6-3-2. That's a K on everyone's board. Mika throws a 5-1-1. That's not the 7 he wanted. He wanted the other 7. So another open frame. Mika throws a 5-5-1. Well, back 2 frames. That's bad. Soltar throws a 4-2-3. So Mika can't believe his luck. Soltar throws a 2-1-4. He's got 7. Mika throws a 4-4-2. That's a strike on everyone's board. 6. He throws a 3-5-1. That's 9. Soltar throws a 6-1-5. That's a strike. That looks pretty good. On 7. He throws a 3-5-3. That's 11. That's a strike. Yep. Mika throws a 6-1-1. So that's bad. The other 8 would have been a spare, but now that's 4 open frames. He's definitely not going to win. Well, he strikes on 8. Soltar spares on 9. Throws a 6-4 for a strike. Mika throws another strike, but Mika's going to have a terrible score. Well, he strikes everyone for 183. Soltar is going to have a big score. He doesn't have to do anything stupid. And that's game right there. So Mika Koiviani shocked him. Man, what a dismal score. 183. And Soltar throws a 7 for 220. So Soltar didn't have to do too much. He had this match won by the 8th frame, but yeah, 220 to 183. That's what happens when you throw open frames. Yeah, he had 3 of those spares where he hit 7 and then the next 3, but that helped. So Soltar takes down Koiviniemen by 37, right? Yeah, so Soltar gets to 37 points there. So basically it's by the winner, the most points gets to choose either to go top or bottom, probably bottom. Yeah, like if Roth were to face Kent, Roth would go for the highest number. Roth would go like second on the east side, west side, east side, and then Kent would be on top. So Kent and Roth. Now, if any golfers, what am I thinking? If any bowlers have the same point differential, then that means that whoever goes first, like the player who goes first, like one player match 1 and 9 goes like 16. The one player 1 gets the better matchup, I guess. Well, gets to pick who they. Anyway, Fultart beats Mika by 37. Third ball, McGrath, is he on that list? Albee and Weber. Well, I see Albee. Is that Dick Weber? No. So Mike Albee. So the Albee match against Durbin. Yeah, Durbin's match. Mike Durbin versus Mike Albee will go next. 214 versus 221. And then we will end it with Lob versus Lob versus Gumpher will be our 8th and final match. So Mike Durbin 214 versus Mike Albee at 225. One. Durbin strikes first and he throws a 5-5-2. That's the 9. That's an 8-1 spare. So that's a brutal one. Albee throws a 2-6-1. He can't strike. On 2, he throws a 6-4-1. That's 12. That's going to be a strike. Durbin can't throw anything. The only strikes you can throw is 10 to 15. Albee can go 3 of a kind for a strike and a 2-2-1 for a strike. Durbin throws a 4-6-6. That's going to be another open frame. On 3, he throws a 1-1-1. It actually works out. 8 spare. Albee throws a 4-4-5. That's 8. That's 13. That's strike. On 4, he throws a 5-1-4. That's 10. That's just enough for a strike. Durbin throws a 4-5-5 for the 3rd time in 4 frames. That's an open frame. And then he throws a 4-5-5 back 2 frames. But the good is the back 2 frames on 5 is on the 3rd frame, which was a spare. Albee throws a 2-4-5. That's 11. That's a strike. On 6, He throws a 6-4-2, so Albie looking pretty good. Durbin throws a 4-5-2. That's a K. He's got to do something. 7. Throws a 1-3-2. That's an 8 spare. Albie throws triple ones. That will work. That's a strike. On 8. He throws a 3-4-1. That's not enough. 8. Durbin throws a 2-5-6. That's a strike. He is way behind. 9 Frank. He throws a 3-5-2. That's a strike. He might be okay. Albie throws a strike. So Durbin, I don't think can catch Albie. Definitely not. Durbin throws a strike and a spare. 184. So not bad, but Mike Albie crushed him. Durbin's 184 is not going to be enough to take down Albie. Now the question on everyone's lips is, how many points will Albie win by? Probably 10. That's a spare, 228. So he is up by, 10 points. That's 238. So he's up by 54. And he throws an 8 for good measure, 246 to 184. So that's a 60. No, yep, 60. 62-point win. That is a 62-point win for Albie. Durbin kind of was out of his dirt element. Mike Albie crushing it, a 246, Durbin a 184. So that would be that. I know we're going too quickly. We're going to go with Lob versus Gumpher. There's Gumpher. I must have misspelled his name or something. There's John Gumpher. Yeah, I misspelled his name. He probably would have been up like close, but yeah, Larry Lob 215 versus John Gunther 220. And we haven't had the guy of the hour, Harry Smith, who threw a unbelievable 299, 299. So we'll see him soon. All right, so Lob versus Gunther. Lob. The only strike you can get 10 to 15. Gunther 3 of a kind or a 5. That's a Lob. Throws a 5-2-5. That's going to be an 8 spare on the 2. Gunther throws a 4-3-6. He starts with a strike on 2. He throws a 1-6-2. That's 9. That's definitely not a strike. Lob throws a 3-3-6. That's a strike. That's a 12. Lob throws a 5-2-6. Next one. That's 13. Gunther throws a 4-3-1. Nasty spare on 4. He throws a 2-1-2. That's a strike, thankfully. That's a 5. The 3-1-1 thing would have been a spare. Lob throws a 4-5-4, excuse me. That's 13. That's a strike. On 5, he throws a 4-4-6. Another strike. Gunther throws a 3-2-4. Definitely not a strike. That's 9 points. 6. He throws a 6-2-3. That's a strike. Lob throws a 6-5-3. He's on fire. On 7, then jinx him 4-4-2. Larry Lob might pull off the upset. Gunther 2-6-2. That's a strike. On 8, 6-1-4. That's a strike. Lob throws a 4-1-2. Finally, he's lost his momentum. On 9, he throws a 1-6-4 for a strike. Gunther throws another strike. 3-5-5. That's good. Back 2 frames is a 7 frame. So they're going to let Gunther throw because he's in trouble. Gunther throws a 5-2-5. That's a strike. He's okay. Next ball is a 4-3-2. He'll end with a 237. That's a good score, but Lob can technically beat it. He throws a strike. That will do it, I think. Yep, that will do it. He's at 257. Now let's see what his third ball will be. It will be a 9. So Larry Lob beats Gunther by 29. So Lob, great job. 266 for Larry Lob. He needed all those strikes to beat John Gunther. So Lob's 29 points was big. Gunther, can't believe it. 237 is not enough. That's Larry Lob who's done it. So that's halfway through, and we'll see what matchups we get next time. Anyhow, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.